Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be playing Tower Defense Simulator. We're going to test how truly useless the Paintballer is. So loadout. We are going to have Paintballer, obviously, and we are allowed to do supports, obviously, because I do not trust it in the Paintballer that much. Also, I have what is it? Medic, farm, commander would be useful, and DJ booth. I have the skill tree turned off for ease of use. Also because I don't trust in it that much. As you see later, it's going to be a pretty hard challenge. So let's get right into it. We are going to do this challenge in easy mode. We're going to go on Skylines for the first thing, because I don't have VIP, so I can't choose a map. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so let's get a Paintballer down. Let's upgrade it. And we're ready up. So the Paintballer does splash damage, if you didn't know, and it's known as useless. For one, it's outdated, and for two, it does absolutely no damage, with very minimal splash. Although pretty decent, actually, overall splash damage. I'm not going to be doing too much voiceovers for this part, because it's literally just tower defense gameplay. We're going to get a farm back here, and we're going to entrust in the skills of the Paintballer. So for my first support, I'm going to put down the medic. It gives them a speed boost, and with an ability it gets on level 3, it gives them a damage boost as well. Yeah, that's pretty much all it does. Also, just so you know, later on this challenge, this medic we're not going to use a lot. I'm showing you our skills are enabled here. I'm not going to use a lot because of the fact that the commander exists, and I only start using it for overheal in later challenges. I don't recommend doing the challenge yourself, by the way. It's super annoying and very tedious. Later on, we're about to start leaking some normal boss, and I'll cut to that. Here is the first lump in the road, if you will. The normal boss is pretty tough. It has 100 HP, and these guys do no damage. As you'll see, this will leak, and eventually we'll start getting a lot more of these leaking very soon. This ended the run multiple times. Well, it didn't end the run, actually, ever. We tanked them most of the time. And eventually after this, we stopped getting wave clear rewards. We've just been having to skip waves to get money to do things correctly. Let me speed up some of the footage. Okay, so here's where this area of the challenge started, where I spammed a bunch of paintballers right over there where they were just before, and started ignoring the front ones. Eventually I'll put a commander in the middle, and then a DJ pretty close to it. I think I would have been better off if I just started putting them here at the start. It's a pretty good spot for a paintballer. To be fair, I haven't used this tower since I bought it, because I bought it on alt account, and I only own it on this account because I want all the towers in the game, and it's exceedingly useless. And here is where it happened. I replaced the medic with the commander because all of them get a speed boost. And here's where I realized probably the strat was to group all of the paintballers close together with the commander. And it's pretty much, you know, so I wouldn't say unstoppable. They're so bad. Oh my god. But it's decently beatable. You know, it's achievable. You can actually do something. So later on in the challenge, when we do a second run, you will see that come into fruition. That's all I have to say about this little segment of gameplay. Oh yeah, also earlier, if you were watching the fast forward area, we killed our first normal boss. And you know what, might as well not cut it. This is where the run ends. The slow boss is a run ender for this challenge specifically. It's big, fat, super tanky, and every run that we did, it killed us. I'm not even gonna, it's a run ender. So this is where I kind of realized this is when it starts to struggle. The paintballer can do up to wave 17 if you don't skip, obviously. Actually, a lot of skipping is kind of required to get this far, with the help of medics and stuff. And yeah, heavy hidden boss got kind of melted with the commander. Not even melted, it even leaked. It almost killed us. But this upcoming little portion is kind of where, yeah. Oh, so not even, dang. Yeah, so hidden boss killed us that time, but I promise you it's going to be a slow boss every other time. Okay, so, basically, this whole area is perfect for paintballer, right? And it has enough room towards the end area so that we can skip if we get leaks and not be harmed from it. So this whole thing, I played as good as I can. Of course, I am not a pro TDS player. I don't know what microwing is even. But let's see how we do. Okay, so I put the commander down here. Two things to note. The commander and the DJ, they do damage with their abilities. That is the point. The commander does 15 damage when he gets called to arms, obviously, because that's the only time he can do damage. And the DJ's ability makes it anything in its radius, get damage. I don't remember if I was trying to not use DJ's ability or not. But Commander's ability definitely had a play in this. Two, the paintballer is good early game, bad late game. I'm gonna say that. And I wouldn't even say late game. It gets bad as soon as the first normal boss spawns. And this is on the easiest game mode, by the way. I'd like to point that out. This tower kind of just feels like bait for new players to buy and then just, get kind of scammed. Okay, so I started putting a bunch of medics down. Medics are only really here for the overheal, which I also have the skill tree for. The paintballers, after this challenge, I learned, kind of suffer from literally only tanky enemies and not large groups. Large groups part makes sense because it is obviously a tower like the DJ, where it's supposed to be used for big clusters. But I'm gonna say this right now, it's really bad for any game mode that's not easy, maybe casual if you're lucky. And here comes the Grim Reaper of the challenge, the slow boss. Could've sworn I remembered having 3,000 health. But even though he's a low health enemy, usually just a walking money bag, in this challenge, he is a pain. The normal boss kind of soaked a bunch of damage, and so did all these. Skeletons took hit priority from him. But overall, I'm going through this whole boss fight. The slow boss is just too tanky for him to handle. You probably can win against it. I'm willing to doubt it though. And he comes back around, which just makes everything significantly worse. He is not prioritized, which I could... Oh yeah, here I'm using the DJ ability. That normal boss, it's the normal boss plus the slow boss that kills us every time. But the slow boss is too tanky, too slow. It doesn't have hit priority, and you could probably micro... I don't know how to use the word, but I'm pretty sure if you just spam like a ton of freaking guys, and I was so determined to win this too. You could probably do it. I couldn't though. So, to the conclusion. This video wasn't really about just ranting about the paintballer being a bad tower. It was about, I feel that the paintballer deserves the most need for a rework. It's bad, it does low damage, and I think it could be a pretty cool tower if you rework it well to actually see it in loadouts. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.